A little bit of
Oof.
Schadenfreude. I mean, listen, it is. I I think that everybody can say that it is an uncomfortable kind of thing to get joy from seeing someone suffer and go through things. But when it's someone that's evil, that's doing evil things, it's kind of nice to see the scales get balanced a little bit and order be restored somewhat. She deserves all of it. Everything that's coming to her right now, it couldn't happen to a more deserving person.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's sad to say,
It
but this is
really
what
is
it
sad,
is, you
dude.
know. And I don't wish bad on anyone, you know.
Dude, I feel bad for Charlie, man. And I'll be real, dude. I wasn't even like the hugest like Charlie guy. Like I never had anything against him. I thought he was a little too pro certain things, but we
Sure.
saw towards the end of whatever was going on. He was kind of coming around the bend on a lot of stuff that I'd probably be a lot more in alignment with him right now. But I feel bad for him, man. Like if everything is what we're seeing, it is, and he just had no idea about any of this, and she's in some little like group like of puppets and so like it's sad. It's just sad, man, because you watch the guy's content even now, you can throw on like any clip and love him or hate him, he comes across as being extremely genuine, as someone that really has their heart in the right place, trying to do the best that they can and trying to do it in the best way that they know how. And to think that that was all subverted, you know what I mean, and completely. I don't even know what you call this. What these people have turned that organization into, but it's a dumpster fire, dude. The thing is,
Yeah.
it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad. Thank you for the super chat. So today, Helga, if you're new here and it's your first time, I do a lot of different content. A lot of it is receipts driven, financial, technology, surveillance. But I also like to have a good time. I like to hang out with the homies. I like to open my mind up. I wear a tinfoil full body suit, on occasion. So the thing is with me is my credibility is strong, and I try to maintain that because that's important. I like truth over drama. I like to follow the money, and I like to seek the truth. And a lot of this does actually fall in line with all of that, because if I'm only looking and I have my head buried in the books, that doesn't do me justice, because then I might be missing something else that's bigger at scale that ties into everything I've been looking at. Because I didn't realize that going through all the TPUSA financials would lead me straight to a surveillance state through your church. I had no idea. And then when you look at the pastor, now it all makes sense. The pastors, the Romanian angels, all of these things, it all collides for me. And so if I never paid attention to any of that and I said, oh, that's all conspiracy bullshit, then I'm not doing myself justice, and I'm not doing the audience that trusts me to bring out the facts, all of this, in order to see the truth. So that's how I operate. And I love doing a lot of everything, reactions and stuff. I started this channel reacting to Nick Fuentes. My first 10 videos got like 250,000 views, so we can do a lot of stuff on this channel, but I do want to keep it as close to the truth, if not all truth, as possible. So thank you for the super chat. Welcome to the Dankster Show, the Dankster Intelligence Apparatus. And you're going to see a lot of interesting stuff here. So if you haven't become a member, become one for just 99 cents. We do Fridays, members only live streams, and I build stuff. Right now I'm building, I could actually show you guys what I'm building, which is the Dankster AI. It's actually live right now. I'll put the link in the chat, and I'm going to change the picture eventually. But it's an AI agent. I'm working. It is like broken, kind of, but it's an AI agent. Not broken, but it's not what I want just yet. But it's a companion AI, and it's got all of my transcripts, my personality. I'm even working on a voice for it that has my voice that I was doing in the members live, not this Friday, but the previous. So I think this Friday we're going to be working more on the AI system to make it how the audience wants, the members and stuff.
Dude, that's badass, man.
Yeah. Tell me how you feel about Erika Kirk.
Oh, man.
Thanks.
Tell us how you really feel, thanks.
Let's see what it says. I don't know if it's going to make some shit. Let's see what it says. It should have my personality. Let's see. Thanks is thinking. Man, Erika Kirk's name keeps popping up in the noise, and I've had to call it out on the channel a few times. From where I'm sitting, she's a polarizing figure. She's got the hype machine running, but the way she's been handling her brand and the narrative she pushes just don't sit right with me. I'm not about to hand out a blanket endorsement when the receipts show a lot of smokes and mirrors. I've talked about the whole infiltration vibe and how some of the moves she makes feel more like a stunt than a genuine mission. No cap. I'm skeptical of anyone who's more about the flash than the fundamentals, especially when it comes to building something that actually lasts. That said, I'm always curious about what people see in her. You probably caught some of the clips. What's your take on her vibe? Do you think there's any legit value in what she's doing, or is it just another hype cycle? So the ones that are watching this now, I usually wouldn't share this, but since you're all here hanging out and I'm still building this, if you are a member, because I will be pay gating this behind the YouTube memberships for $1 or the Patreon, either one. So if you're a member, you'll be able to have access to anything I'm building. I'm also building a website that teaches people how to use the X algorithm in your favor, because I extracted the X algorithm. It's called Phoenix. Grok is a transformer on Phoenix for their LLM. I'm building an educational platform called xalgoexposed.com. I mean, I build all kinds of stuff. So if you want to be involved in that, yeah.
Dude, the X one's that could take off, man. Seriously, bro.
Yeah, I think it will. It's going to be great. And so yeah, just so you know, we do a lot of fun stuff here. I'm a full stack developer and all that. So come get involved. Thank you for being here, and thanks for the super chat. Black Sheep MGT, $20. Shout out. Thank you so much. Very sick. Lori Franzvi Company, E3 Tech, registered in AZ as foreign corp because it's first active in Ohio. The address contact agent for Ohio company is Tanya, or spelled Tanya Segrist, formerly Franzvi. It's Erika's older sister. Interesting. Yeah, I've got a bunch of information on Lori, on all of them, to be honest. But I picked up her Truth Finder from somebody that sent it to me. I won't say who, but I ended up getting her background check, and there's a lot of information. I ended up going through it one of the live streams recently, and I ended up blurring it out because it had like her freaking address, phone number, criminal chart, like not criminal, but tickets and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of revealing things. And this E3 Tech, if you want to see, I'll pull open the site, E3 Tech Group. Thanks for the super chat. What was the name on here? Black Sheep. Oh yeah, I know you. What's up, Black Sheep? I might have to turn the AC on. It's getting kind of hot with these lights. But I mean, look at this crappy site, bro. Like, who has a tech company site that is a wallpaper that you made in Paint with like text like this? Like, why is it so bad?
You could
AI
generate
cyber
a better
defense
image in Grok right now, dude. Like, way better.
I mean, dude, this is bad. About Us. When was this site made? I mean, like 2020. I mean, this looks like 1987. Like, what the hell, bro? But this is a technology company. Look, I would rather not have a site than have this. But what's crazy is you could hide behind all of this by literally making it seem like no big deal. Oh, it's just some crappy website. But they're doing advanced technological things that are, again, if you follow my channel, it's kind of scary, man. It is kind of scary. And I don't, if we talk About Us, the team is composed of people who have built, sold, and deployed the product for years. I mean, what kind of bullshit is this, bro? This is not transparent. Careers. There's no careers here. We'll be hiring soon. Get out of here. News. No news. I mean, this is just a front page. Drone defense. It's pretty crazy, bro. I'm not a fan of this like very weird website. I think it's quite strange.
Dude, it's like the internet website version of the Leering Center. It's just like something out front with nothing. It's ridiculous, dude.
I mean, dude, I don't know. It's strange to me, I gotta say. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to hear my song. Well, I have a bunch, but I think one that would kind of align with what I've been discussing. The modern.
I'm not in the chat, but 1. My one.
If you want to hear it, I'll play it. I just uploaded it. It's unlisted, so I'm not going to share the link because I don't want to share it publicly. But if you guys want to see it, I will play it.
And also, if there's anyone out there in the chat that's like saying what's up or anything like that, hello to everyone out there. I don't have the chat open, but good to see everyone out there. Thank you guys for supporting the homie Danks.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Let me see. Oh, shorts. It's under shorts. Is it live yet? Oh, it's blocked. Copyright. Why? Oh, I have it copyrighted. Damn, I forgot. Okay. Actually, damn it. It's okay. I can trim it out, I guess, after this live because of the music. This song is not. So this song, I remember now. This is an older one. I'll play it. It's gonna hit my video. I'm just gonna have to trim it out after. But maybe I'll just play well, fuck it here. Damn, they hit it fast before it even uploaded. Unlisted. Yeah, I don't know if. I guess it's fine. Yeah, I was in communication with this person, but I never ended up closing the deal on this beat. But I have another one. Maybe I shouldn't mess with this, and I'll play the other one. That's it sounds like a club banger, but if you listen to the lyrics on the one that I will play, it's I own the rights to this music here, so I'd rather just play that, not even deal with copyright and stuff.
Much easier, dude.
Yeah, let me find this one. I mean, I love music, man. I think I'm my own biggest fan. I've told many people before. This was recorded a while ago, and it's called "They Call Me Danks on Lock." And this just shows a little bit about who I am. You know, I haven't shared many of this with people. If you're in my Discord, I will share the other one that's copyright claim because it's not my beat, but this one I own the rights to. So. Have you heard my stuff yet, bro?
Yes, and it's fire, dude.
All right, here we go. Let me start.
AP on the beat.
They call me Danks on Lock.
Yeah. They call me Danks on Lock.
Come on. Hoes stay twerking, 12 stay bumping. My flow is so hard you would've swore I was from Compton. Hoes stay twerking, these 12 stay bumping. My flow is so hard. Our population's filled with all these problems. Single mother, solo daughter, no one wants her job, just taunt her, feeling like a breathless diver. My thoughts are closing in. That's when I grab my pen and do my best to illustrate the shit we're living in. We locked up in these cages, like pencils stuck on pages. We dreamt of being famous, we should reach across these stages. I'm like Tupac, I bring changes. Like this game I'm rearranging. Like I'm calm, switch back to raging. Like Fat Joe can't stop this playing. Like this beat's like slang. It's this Windex I am spraying. Time to clean up all these laymen. I can't understand their language. All this while I'm filled with anguish.
Never jealous. Bitch, I'm never jealous. I'll just eat you up like relish. All these rhymes I don't embellish. All these rhymes I don't embellish.
Rhymes I don't embellish. All these rhymes I don't embellish. Verbal ammunition slithering through all your kindred. Take a picture just to witness all the shit that you've been missing. I'm like Polaroid and Google in the 50s. Man, my shit you can't envision. So just sit back, rolling up and pass it while you listen. Pulling up my britches, I still sad, but I'm grown. 30 years old, and I never found my fucking home. Like a nomad, I just roam all around, all on my own. I'm tired of feeling all alone. That's why I step up on my zone and write this shit that you bump in your room when you're at home. I'm like that coke that you won't share. Line for line, till I don't my setup, camp up in your mental. That's my motherfucking thought.
And by the way, I don't condone this stuff anymore. I don't do this stuff. Everyone, you're good. This is my past life, but whatever.
And hell, nah, I won't be gentle in my shit. You cannot clone. I'm like a
Pocket full of stones.
Leaving chalk up in your pocket.
Charge the game up on my own.
Like my phone plugged to the socket. Fuck a key. I don't want it. Only lyrics can unlock it. And I'm breaking through these pencils like I'm practicing karate. Too many bitches in the game. Oh, y'all should go party. Go tsunami on these hoes. Man, y'all shit be getting spotty.
Lyrics bleed through the track.
You can call my shit spotting.
Too
Too
bad.
bad you couldn't make it even if you signed with Illuminati.
They call me Dankster on lock. I love it.
Yeah, that shit goes hard, bro.
They call me Dankster on lock. Hoes be twerking, 12 stay bumping. My flow is so hard you would have swore I was from Compton.
Twerking, 12 stay bumping,
Let's
man.
go.
Hard.
Like that, huh?
Georgia Grandma. Yes.
Twerking, 12 stay bumping. My
Let's
flow is
go.
so hard you would have swore I was from Compton. Hoes stay twerking.
Man, I love it, bro. I love it, man.
That's the shit, man.
That's me,
Good,
bro.
good stuff, man. And you know from the last time you were on my side of things, man, your fam likes to see this side of you. They like to see outside of, like, I guess what you would normally do. It's good, man. It makes you more personable, man. And there's nothing wrong with just content. Like, listen, man, it's what you do and you're extremely good at it. But it is nice once in a while to kind of, let the hair down and just do your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got tons and tons of music. I mean, shit, I would love to do members only live stream or sometime when it's just, just us hanging out with no, just play music. And I did that the other day and we had a good time. But let's dive into some of these things here on what I think might be some things about Erika Kirk. We've got the video that I showed earlier in the when we first kicked on, and I think we already had 300 people here. So shout out to those that had already been here. Welcome back, and thank you for the gifted memberships by Keats. Today, again, we're just going to be kind of kicking back, and we can kind of hop around too, bro. Like I did, I tore your stream up. I was like, yeah. So if you got something you want to see, let me know.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
But let me see if I can pull up this dude's page. So this is where I found a lot of the stuff here. Say thanks to Keats. Good looking out, big dog. All right. So this dude, X Nihilo, X_Nihilo_X. And he's been pulling out, I think he been pulling out some text regarding Erika Kirk. And Sydney. So this is a person right here. If we look in on here, Sid Stahl, SYD_Stahl, and they're having this back and forth text chain on Instagram. And add one more. So Sid says, and this is 381 weeks ago. So like 7.5 years ago.
Yeah, I think you figured it was 7.5 years, right?
Yeah. So add one more thing your heart does, makes mine flutter. So she's asking, hey, what? Add something. And Erika allegedly says, if I'm a bird, you're a bird. Sid says, I'll nest with you any day. Miss Erika Kirk says, my turtle dove. That's nothing crazy. But there's some that I've seen that are a little crazy. Let me see. What is this?
See, but even the stuff that's not crazy is still kind of damning. It's still kind of incriminating just because on a certain level, she puts out this image and all of the people around her put this image out of her that is not congruent with who she actually is at all. Like, it's not even close. So even the little stuff makes a difference. Like whether it's like, wow, that's damning, that's really spicy, or it's just like, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't align at all with who she portrays herself to be. So it's kind of weird.
Absolutely.
But
shout out to Janet. Welcome.
It's like, how many kind of weirds do you need before it becomes really weird that all of these things are just constantly front and center with this woman? Sorry to cut you off, man.
No, you're good, bro. So let's zoom in on here. So this is clearly Erika. I mean, she's a beautiful girl. At least she was,
She was.
It was. I mean, so this is Sid again. I'd click anything you bait me with. Erika Kirk says, allegedly, I can't imagine this is not her. I want to say allegedly just in case this is not real, but I don't imagine this is not real, right? So she says, I'd click anything you bait me with. Sid Marie P, she responds to touch it. And then Sid says, are you an alien because your face is out of this world? Sid Marie P, she responds, Miss Erika Kirk says, you can always ride my spaceship. Okay, we've got a lot of ladies in the chat. There's 323 people live with us right now. I'm going to put a poll up, and I'm going to say, do you think Erika Kirk is being truly sexual in these messages? I just want an honest answer. Like, is it just women being women or not? Is it more than that? That's what I want to know. So the poll is up, and I'll leave it running while we take a look at some of these other ones.
I mean, at minimum, the connotations to what she's saying are going to obviously be taken a certain way, whether it's super spicy or just normal spicy. It's spicy talk. It's super flirty talk. You know what I mean? For sure. All right. We've got another one. This is Erika. And, it's like, why these faces? It's like, we know that you have your phone in your hand and you're looking like this, right? It's just so silly, these pictures. I've done them before. I've been victim of doing this, looking up. And stuff. Everyone is, dude. But every one of your pictures is like curated like that. It's like, dude, it's like, what are you trying to get people to think you just have like a professional photographer with you at all times, just snapping like these candid shots of you? Give me a break, dude. For real. Okay, so Sid in this one, 381 post by author. So Sid Stahl is the author. I want to get to know you in depth. Miss Erika Kirk responds, so deep. Sid Stahl allegedly responds, can't touch the bottom. Sid Stahl then again hits back, or can I, and tags at Erika Fronsby. And then Erika allegedly says, touch what bottom? Ooh. Maybe that could be. That's all spice. Yeah, it's all spice, huh? It is, dude. So deep. Like, come on. It's like, bruh. What's up, Pete? What's up with the super chat, big dog? Pete, bro, good to see you, man. I was missing you for a couple of days. I hadn't seen you around, but it's good to see you back in the chat. Thanks for the super. Danks and Danksters. I've been trying to figure out a way to be. He's addressing me in the community. Okay, cool. Danks and Danksters. By the way, Reuters, main photographer, dropped a vid talking through that shot of his Andrew of Andrew coming out of the lockup. It's a great behind the scenes insight. Anyway, okay. So you said, so who is the photographer? I'll see you in the chat. I'll look out. Can you tell me or put a link and tell me who the name is? Thanks for the super chat. And I will go. Yeah, a peach Mags does represent a booty. Absolutely. Definitely. What's up, Josh? Good to see you. I didn't even see the emoji. It was small on my screen until you just blew it up. Dude, that's absolutely damning. Like, that's, come on, man. I mean, can't touch the bottom, or can I? Touch what bottom? So far we've got 82 votes. 95% says yes, she's being truly sexual. No brainer. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. Look, and again, I don't care, right? The reason why I'm even talking about this stuff is because you're playing as if you're not this person. And when you do that, and then all of this stuff comes out, I mean, the dude has made his whole page about this. And it's not exactly. Thank you. The problem isn't their conversation. It's that EK claims to have always been perfect. Yeah. Right. And that's the issue. Constantly say, I didn't date. I didn't drink. I wasn't flirty. I wasn't like, and it's like all proof actually proves otherwise. So it's weird. you're not truthful about anything. There's not one level that like she could stand on and say, but at least I have this. It's like, no, it's literally all made up.
Okay, let me see what else we got here. This one. Remember, she said she was a late bloomer. Yeah, right. She probably was always late, scared. All right.
Well played. Well played.
I'm just messing around.
Probably accurate.
Miss Erika Kirk,
accurate.
what she order? Fish fillet? I take those stairs 2 at a time to get to you faster. I mean, this could be friendly banter. I don't know. The more I see it, it's like, man, these girls are really going back and forth. This person said, what the F is this? This is a page of somebody that has picked up all of the pickup lines that allegedly Erika Kirk had been posting. So that's what this is. What do we got? So that's funny because when I look at you, I feel butterflies in my stomach. And Erika Kirk allegedly responds, that's funny because when I look at you, I feel the whole damn zoo. Sid Stahl says, the petting zoo? Erika Kirk says, hey, little llama, let me whisper in your ear. Ooh, look at this one right here. This little gift right here. What is it? One day later, I think we're in agreement. This is far more than typical bi behavior. Yeah, I would agree. That's a little much, no? Man, this Sid Stahl is all over. If I were 2 girls, 1 cat, I'd spend all 9 lives with you. Erika responds, breast, nest, best, nest. Dude, how can you claim to be an innocent nothing burger Christian? I live my life one spirit God most moment at a time.
Dude, she's not even Christian.
So I mean, this isn't Christian behavior. You can't say she's not Christian, but it makes me question.
You see the most recent stuff about like her whole other like side of the family and stuff.
What about
the Rothstein side?
So you was that you that no, that was Project Constitution. What about it? Is there the Rothschilds, you mean?
No, Rothstein.
And you want to, is there a video that I could share or show?
Let me see if I could pull it up in my history.
Rothstein. Let me see if I can find it. Erika, this is Project Constitution. We have 2 months ago from James Lee. I know that Project Constitution, he had some copyright hit issues, so I'm nervous to play his stuff, but I wouldn't mind playing a James Lee one. Is this the secret?
He does good work, man. Okay, I just found it.
Okay, send it. I'll play it. Put it in the private chat here. Or you can DM it to me on text. I have it on my computer.
I'll shoot it to you, text.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
Okay.
Now, like anything else, it's research. It's being done, so take it with a grain of salt. But it looks kind of crazy, dude.
Oh, this is Statecraft. Okay, one thing. Statecraft, they're going viral. They have 2 accounts. Just so you know, and before we go into this, I'll show you Statecraft.
One of them is completely clickbaity, weird stuff, and one of them seems to have legit, like, actual kind of sauce videos.
I thought it was maybe a different. They have just 1 account. All right, so before like this, I don't know what's true. I know that this one came out. Project Constitution requoted it. I'm not gonna take any side saying this is true or not.
Same thing I was saying.
I would rather just say I don't believe any of this stuff, but what you're sending me might be true because I've heard of these past ties. And then James Lee also. So we'll watch some of this, and then I'll go to James Lee because he'll be more credible. But
that's exactly the way I go with it. What you just said, that little caveat that you just added, like, listen, I don't know if this is like legit or whatever, but this is what's being reported. These ties look kind of weird. People should probably look into them.
Yeah, we'll look into them. This account though is clickbaity, so we'll go and see what what they say here first, and then we'll go over to James Lee and see what they say.
Want all people to come to Christ?
You want all people to come to Christ?
Yes.
Even my Jewish family members. You want us to come to Christ?
Yes, I hope you accept Yeshua as the Lord and Savior, because Christ is King.
Our right government has a mandate. I'm gonna be careful the way I say this. They're gonna try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
Take his phone Friday night, Shabbat Shalom, throw it in the junk drawer, and he would come in, open the junk drawer. Everyone has a junk drawer. Open the junk drawer, said Shabbat Shalom. He would turn off his phone and he would shove it in the junk drawer and he would say Shabbat Shalom.
Like, we're learning a lot about including her Christian episodes. It was deleting episodes of the Charlie Kirk Show off multiple streaming platforms. And when you actually look at what was in those episodes, it will make you question everything Erika told the public about who she is, including her Christian faith.
Okay,
and here's what's
obviously,
interesting.
like, that's AI, right? So we have to be careful. Like, this stuff is AI. We're not gonna. I almost don't feel comfortable even playing this channel. What I'd rather do is just go to James Lee, if that's all right.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
prefer to do that just for my own sanity. But he did put out something, so let's see what he's got here, because I trust this dude right here.
He does really good work, dude.
He does.
We have 25 countries represented plus Puerto Rico, but I have the list here. Don't worry, guys. Egypt is not on the list. Don't worry about that.
Since Charlie's death, Erika Kirk, his widowed wife, has risen to become the CEO of Turning Point USA, which is one of the most powerful political groups in the United States. In our last video, we dug into her past, the modeling, the reality shows, the dating.
I'm going to do this. I've never done this before. I'm going to put a link, all right? And whoever wants to come on stage, if you got a camera and you don't say anything crazy, there's guidelines here. I'll let you come on, and I want to get some of the audience opinion, some of my danksters up in here. I'm going to put a link, and I'm going to pin it. I can't bring everyone on, but I'll bring up to 2 people at a time, and we can have a open discourse on this. So I'll put it in. You just click the link, all right? I'm going to pin it, and you can come and hang out and chat and give your opinion. Mags, I know you've been on Mr. Let Go before, and Measured Man had some things, so you can come on. You can share the link. We'll look at some stuff. Let's just keep it at least PG-13 as best we can. All right.
Despite claims,
and I'll see you in the. I'll see you when you join down here. So if you're hanging out without being on screen yet, I'll bring you in if I see you. All right.
the contrary. Definitely go check that out if you haven't yet. But there's something we overlooked last time. The roommate who she mentioned.
What I'll say is when I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
So who was this roommate? Well, turns out her roommate is not just some random person. It is actually a family member who is going to unlock for us an entire family tree that upends her well-curated image and potentially expose her connection to a complex network of financial fraud, casino gambling, and foreign influence, allegedly. And before we dive in, I just want to say that everything I'm about to tell you is verifiable. It's in the public domain. You can look it up for yourself. None of it is speculation. This is Erika Kirk, then Franz V.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the AC down and get some water, so I'll be right back. All right? Just hold the chat up for me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Actually,
The roommate at the time, Nicole Rothstein.
Merry Thanksgiving to you. Merry Thanksgiving to you. Merry Thanksgiving to you.
And Nicole Rothstein, as it turns out, is her cousin. How do we know that? Well, she responded to this clip featuring Erika Kirk talking about her Shabbat Shaloming. And she responded by saying, quote, as her cousin, who is fully Jewish, half of her family is Jewish. While she herself is a Christian, she has celebrated many Jewish holidays with our side of the family and highly respects the Jewish religion. You can see the name and handle, Nicole Rothstein. Now, I'm glad I archived that because if you go and look for that Nicole Rothstein account right now, I'm pretty sure it's no longer there. Now, Nicole Rothstein's father is a guy named Alan Rothstein, who you could see in this Instagram post is sitting next to her. And Erika Kirk writes, There's something powerful about God's strategic planning when it comes to the people he has surrounding you. How blessed I am to have individuals like Uncle Alan in my life that are filled with spirit. Now, this is where things start to get pretty interesting, because the next logical question would be, who is this uncle of hers, Alan Rothstein? Well, I was able to find this SEC document that lists one Alan P. Rothstein, and I've confirmed
what I was telling him about the Rothsteins.
And here it describes him as a member of the board of directors of this company called Innumerable, which will come up later, so remember that name. He's also owned another company called Shazoom LLC. Remember that as well, a business funding company. And from 2002 through 2007, Mr. Rothstein was the co-founder and chairman of a company called Nano Dynamics Incorporated. Now, it sounds all pretty impressive.
Yo, you see that, right? Like when I was saying the Rothsteins and the
yeah.
He's like,
so they're different.
That family tree. Yeah.
That's
what was being covered in that other video, but there probably was like clickbaity stuff in there or whatever. But it's essentially what he's covering right now. That family.
Okay.
That branch of the family tree.
Make sure, if I'm going to add you to the stage, I need to have your camera most likely on. I see Mags in there. Crystal, when I see it's all good, then I'll bring you up.
It's before also going bankrupt. And then there's this company, Shazoom LLC, which, if you remember, is a business funding company. And based on my research, it seems like Shazoom LLC has almost zero footprint, no major client reviews, no press releases of funded deals, no industry presence. And for a quote unquote business funding company to have no track record of funding businesses suggests it might be just a shell company, a vehicle used to move money around rather than conducting.
What's up, Mags? Welcome, girl. How you doing? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Severe. This is my first time hearing about you, buddy.
Hi, Mags. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, Mags is the homie. So I known Mags. How do I do this right so I could see everybody? There we go. I known Mags from Mr. Let Go, and then we ended up kicking it, nice. Talking a lot about some of the things we've been up to and researching, and she does great research. So shout out to you. Good to see you over here.
Absolutely. And I'm glad we know what we're talking about. You put it to good use, and I'm glad you did that. I didn't know what to do, so I go to my expert. That's you. You know that, right, Danks?
I appreciate it. I got a lot of people that come to me looking for, is this true? What's the truth behind this and that? And I will dig in, and I will make sure that what is going out, because there's a lot of people out there saying things that just aren't true, right? Or maybe taking things out of context, and they don't understand how to evaluate it. So that's what I like to do, and I'm happy.
Very much so.
So yeah,
very
thanks
much
for being
so.
Here. Yeah. So if there's anything you want to hop
well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
Now I am going to make a comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Those text messages, and I did put it down in the chat. Once upon a time when I was young, I only talked to people like that I was trying to hook up with. If somebody was talking to one of my kids or grandkids like that, it would be a whole different ball game. It was wrong.
Oh, you're talking
on
about
every level.
that Instagram stuff? Oh yeah. See, yeah.
Oh,
and your
yeah.
Chat, 93% to 7, dude. Like.
Yeah, that's very concerning. And she's allowed around kids. No, I'm glad my grandkids are smart enough to listen to me, and they're like, Grandma, what do you think about this? I'm like, no way. So they know what that block button's all about.
Yeah, I mean so did you see this video that TikToker girl came out, and then apparently she was supposed to be on Graham, not on Graham, but on the girl, she was like Erika Kirk, and that younger girl that was 10 years younger was apparently basically more information was made to be like as if the mom knew and all that stuff. You know about that? And then it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I seen some of it, and some of it after the fact I took a look at, and some of the footage was analyzed as being AI generated, and we've noticed that there's a lot of that going on now. So people have to be very, very careful when they're doing any kind of research, especially when you're looking at the AI aspect. That's why you have a clean machine. I'm excited for you. When you told me about that back when, I was like, what did I tell you? Do you remember what I told you, Dave?
I don't quite remember.
Was
No.
gonna go.
What happened? We're losing Mags.
Yeah, she was
Lost
rubber
you, Mags.
banding pretty good for a minute.
What's up, Joyful Lady and Crystal on stage? How you doing? Let me start with Joyful Lady. Welcome. I haven't had you on or seen you and talked to you, so welcome. I've seen you in the chat, I think. So
yeah, it's Joyful Ladybug.
welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Very, very interested in all things that you've been working on the channel. I love it.
Thank you. So go ahead. What do you have
no,
to
go
say?
ahead.
Please, I'd love to hear your opinion on what I've been
am-
putting out, even this type of stuff. I know it's a little different, but I think it's important.
I have been a advocate for ending sexual abuse against children, or I'm sorry if it's the wrong thing to say, against children for over 30 years. And I am beyond thrilled that finally the world might be ready to understand that this really happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's true. It's
I've
time.
talked about it and people don't want to hear. It's too yucky. It's too this. It's too that. And they don't want to believe it's in their own backyard or in their own, Senate seat or wherever it may be. And when I think of all of the children, my theory has always been that when you abuse a child, that child dies the first time they're abused.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's people don't quite understand when this stuff happens. And it's not an alleged. This shit's happening every day.
Did you read the survivors' journals are in the files? You can read it.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of things. I mean,
I work with survivors. It's just been so sad, and there's been so little public support for them, even from their own doctors, from their own communities. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, when I first came out against it, I literally have had death threats.
Yeah, it's sad to see.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people, they don't want the truth to be revealed. And Christy Hughes, thank you for the super chat. I adore you, Danks. Is this a red herring? No, it's not a red herring. I think that anything involving this conversation, whether it's the Instagram post, whether it's the finances, whether it's the surveillance technology that's being deployed in every single church that they're trying to get into, whether it's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Boston, I think all of it needs to be discussed. And it's important that it's all one apparatus with multiple chains of activity, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we had Crystal. I was going to see if she wanted to speak, but she dropped out. Hopefully she'll come back in.
But and I think Erika was being sincere in that, but I think she's just being an equal opportunity. She was practicing being an equal opportunity honeypot. I really believe that. Her acting skills aren't good, but they all seem very contrived.
Yeah, it's definitely strange for sure. The major thing is, why act that way if you're not actually, like, why lie about it, right?
Because I don't believe that she necessarily is. I believe she's been being groomed as a honeypot since she was in utero. I really do. she was brought into this world with a calling on her life, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, but I do believe, because that's how generational this stuff is. I mean, when you look at Ian or people that have, searched into the Wayback Machine, you can go back, to the first Rothschild born or whatever, and start following the trail. And anybody that thinks it's ended because of Epstein dying is dead wrong.
Dead. Yeah.
What do you think? Welcome, Crystal. You know
Hi.
that your family over here. You're a Dankster.
Hi.
And I would love to hear your opinion on. Let's go specifically more on the Instagram messages, since that's what we're kind of covering, and then also, following with what Julie's saying. Do you think that there's more to this that she's either hiding, or maybe even didn't even know was happening to her? I mean, what's your just overall alleged guess on how she's living her life, and why lie?
My overall view of her is just complete disgust. I don't know, if you people just those last comments that she was posting, all the really dumb, cheesy, pickup lines, that was different. That was weird, almost like they were joking around. But I remember back in middle school, high school, a lot of girls, it was cool to have girlfriends. Girls, it was cool when other girls had girlfriends, and it was just a thing. My sister did it. I never did it. I wasn't really whatever. But yeah, and it seems like it's almost that kind of relationship where they're just joking back and forth, but you don't say that shit to somebody that you're not interested. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's almost like trolling. It's almost like someone's trolling her account, but I don't know. But
you know how I saw it? You know how they always say Ghislaine was really the groomer, and the girls that were groomed by her trusted in her and looked up to her, and then were betrayed by her more than even Jeff Einstein. And I feel that very much in this, even with the 15-year-old, when all that was out last week and all those conversations.
It's all messed
she's a
up.
groomer. She's a groomer.
Yeah. Yes. I'm wondering who groomed her. Who did that to Erika?
Yes.
Because she's definitely a groomer. And that's absolutely
Well,
100%.
let's not say that.
Okay,
because
sorry.
we can't
What's the
say
word we
that.
can use
That's
for
not
that?
true.
What kind of word can we use
Allegedly,
for
in
that?
your opinion,
Okay.
this is not
In my
my
opinion,
platform. We have to be careful, because that's not how I feel.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I don't
Sorry
want you to
about that.
convey that message on my
Sorry
platform.
about that.
It's
In
all
my
good.
opinion, she definitely has that kind of characteristics that she just something that she's doing something to these children, trying to at least, and it's not right. A normal person doesn't do that. I've never acted like that towards younger women or younger girls or boys. And I wouldn't ever. To me, that'd be really creepy. It's really creepy.
Yeah.
What do you think about? I'm gonna play this, and I want to see what you guys think about this right here. Let me make sure that the audio is playing. I'm gonna make sure the audio is playing here. Let me actually.
Candace's Clues. Did you
remove
love that? Candace's Clues, Ads Fleet, ADS
it.
Fleet.
Yeah. That
Oh
was,
my god, I love
I don't think I've
those.
seen that one. I might play it.
You
actually.
haven't? Oh my god, you got to go watch Candace's Clues.
All right, here we go. This is why I need a producer. I say that every day. That's not on the list, though. All right. Sheep dipping. Sheep dipping.
The first word in his opening statement is sheep dipping. This is interesting, because this is where it really starts to expand and where I've started to dive in.
Is a practice deeply embedded in the operations of intelligence agencies. Both foreign and domestic agencies use this practice. The term originates from agricultural practices where sheep are dipped in a chemical bath to rid them of parasites. In the intelligence world, it refers to the process of cleansing or disguising an asset's true affiliation by immersing them in a fabricated civilian identity. This technique allows assets to operate undercover without arousing suspicion. It effectively severs visible ties to the intelligence community while maintaining covert connections. Historically, Sheep dipping gained prominence during the Cold War era, especially in CIA-led operations. For instance, during the Vietnam War, the CIA employed sheep dipping for pilots and personnel involved in the Air America program. Air America was a CIA proprietary airline used for covert logistics and combat support in Southeast Asia. Military personnel, often from the U.S. Air Force or United States Army, would be officially discharged from military service and then assume civilian roles as pilots for the airline. The discharge, of course, was a ruse. The individuals remained under government control, but their civilian status provided plausible deniability for the government if their operations were ever exposed. The practice ensured that if captured or compromised, the operatives could not be directly linked back to active duty. This avoided international incidents or congressional scrutiny. In broader intelligence contexts, sheep dipping extends beyond military to civilian transitions. It involves assigning assets to legitimate jobs in private sectors. These sectors often involve journalism, academia, entertainment, and humanitarian organizations. The cover industry masks the espionage activities. For example, an asset might be placed in a media outlet to gather information or influence narratives, all while appearing as a regular employee. This alternate identity is meticulously crafted, often including backstories, employment records, and social networks that withstand basic scrutiny. The goal is to create a legend, a comprehensive cover story. This allows the agent to infiltrate targets, conduct surveillance.
And I know Severe, he said he's going to have to bounce soon, so it's all good. I appreciate you for joining. So if you have to jet.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it so much. Like
Absolutely.
I said, I was on my way out and I saw that you were going live. I was like, dude, I got to hop in and say what's up to the homie.
Yeah,
But thank you to
absolutely.
everyone out there supporting the channel, man. You guys are awesome. The Danksters are incredible. And I appreciate when you bring them over to my side of things. I can't wait to get my YouTube channel really popping because we'll link up often, man. I look forward to it. It's going to be a
It's
lot.
the Clarion. Which one is it?
The Clarion channel.
I went
all
subscribe
one
to your
word.
channel. I went over and
Yeah,
subscribed.
go
Oh, thank
subscribe.
you.
You're my
And
first
Crystal,
subscriber on Rumble, so I had to help
listen,
you. I had to
you
show
know,
some support back.
and I saw your video last night, by the way, actually,
You
about
did?
the doggy.
The one about Charlie
yeah,
Kirk's dog?
Yeah, yep. Well
Where
done.
the fuck is the
Well
dog,
done.
dude?
Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Give
But
a
thank you
follow
guys
to the
out there.
homie.
Yeah, please do. It's a brand new channel. I literally just started it up. It's going to be a lot different from the stuff I normally do, which is usually just a hangout space. It's like a digital living room. We all hang out. We listen to music. We have a good time. But that channel is going to be a lot more in line with the kind of stuff that you're doing. A lot of research, a lot of ranting, a lot of talking about what I see going on out there and ways that we could kind of try to navigate through the fog of war because it's crazy out there.
And I'd love to do some just Rumble only content with you, bro. So we can
Oh, it
dive
would
in
be
on
awesome.
yeah, more on the, you know, how we like to roll. So
Absolutely.
definitely want to do that and start scheduling some stuff at least once a week, or, you know, at least for
Yeah.
myself, and have
Oh,
you
no,
we can do
dude.
something.
As often as you want to rock, I'm down, man. I love kicking it with you. We always have a blast, and it's always informative for everyone out there. So
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
definitely
Thanks for joining. Nana says, Severe, nice to meet you. Hopefully she goes and gives a follow. Again, it's at this page right over here. So he's going to be putting out some
everyone
dope
out there in the chat as well. Definitely appreciate you guys subscribing. Like I said, it's brand new. There's only the one short up there. But this week I will have content up there. So definitely check your boy out. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you once again. And thank you for having me, man. Definitely appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely, brother.
Have a
And,
kick-ass rest of your show, man.
yeah, man. We'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Nana,
I'll hit you up later tonight, man. I'll shoot you a text.
yeah, let's chat. We'll catch up. Thanks
Definitely.
for joining, bro. We'll catch you
Much
later.
love, bro.
Yeah, brother. Nana, 499. Thanks. I'm late to the live, but I'm trying to catch up on 1.5 speed. I just had to say your beats are fire. Thank you very much. Do I have I guess we could go with that right there. Nice to meet you. And thank you, Nana. Good to see you as well. So let's play a little bit more of what Baron has to say over here about sheep dipping. and we will go and check out what we've got. Thanks again, Nina.
Surveillance or execute missions often without detection. Sheep dipping requires sophisticated logistics. These include forged or staged documents, financial trails, and sometimes even life events like marriages or career changes. The intelligence community has dedicated units for such tradecraft, drawing from historical precedents like Operation Paperclip, where Nazi scientists were sheep dipped into American academia or industry after World War II. In modern times, it's used in counterterrorism, cyber operations, and influence campaigns. Critics argue it blurs ethical lines, as it can involve deceiving allies, deceiving the public, or even deceiving close personal friends and family members.
It's a good question. I haven't seen, but I haven't looked, to be honest.
The practice isn't limited to the United States. Other nations do employ similar tactics, sometimes even here in the United States, against U.S. citizens or even against the U.S. government. Today, with digital footprints complicating covers, sheep dipping has evolved. It now incorporates online personas and social media manipulation. Ultimately, sheep dipping remains a cornerstone of human intelligence, as it enables assets to navigate hostile environments while preserving operational security. The intelligence community has a deep affinity for the entertainment industry as a vehicle for sheep dipping. This stems from the entertainment industry's unique attributes. It provides ideal cover for covert operations. The entertainment business offers a world of glamour, mobility, and ambiguity. It makes it easier to embed assets without raising too many red flags. The intelligence community has historically recruited from or placed operatives in this sector because it allows for seamless integration into global networks. It also allows for integration into irregular lifestyles and access to influential figures. And it does it all under the guise of legitimate creative work. One primary reason it's effective is the entertainment industry's perceived complexity. The entertainment industry also has inherent flexibility and international reach. Most regular people don't understand how the entertainment business truly works. If someone claims to be part of it, most people just take that claim at face value. We regular people might notice if you claim to be an actor and you don't actually get any acting gigs, but we might not be so quick to notice someone who claims to be a screenwriter or casting director. No offense to anyone in those particular lines of work, but nobody knows who you are. And we wouldn't be able to tell if you were actually doing the work or if someone was just giving you credit for their work in order to support your sheep-dipped cover story. Entertainers, producers, and crew members travel frequently to exotic locations for shoots, festivals, and tours. This mirrors the needs of assets who require mobility. An agent sheep-dipped as a film scout or an actor can justify his or her presence in a foreign country. They can attend high-profile events and interact with elites without drawing too much suspicion. During the Cold War, the intelligence community used Hollywood connections to propagate anti-communist narratives through films. They simultaneously used the industry as a front for operatives. For example, the agency collaborated with studios to shape scripts, ensuring positive portrayals that doubled as recruitment tools. Another appeal is the entertainment world's tolerance for eccentric behaviors and fluid identities. Entertainment insiders and performers are trained in the art of deception. They assume roles, they memorize lines, they adopt personas. This aligns perfectly with espionage tradecraft. This revolving door between intel and entertainment allows the intelligence community to draw inspiration from Hollywood while providing cover. Operatives can pose as consultants or liaisons. They can influence content to burnish the intelligence community's image and further their goals. The entertainment industry also serves as a propaganda machine. By sheep-dipping agents into entertainment, intelligence agencies often subtly steer narratives. Consider just one example. The CIA's Entertainment Liaison Office has supported over 1,000 films and TV shows. They portray the agency heroically. This mutual benefit of access for filmmakers and positive spin for the intelligence community, it creates a symbiotic relationship. The risk to both sides is extremely low. If the connection is ever exposed, it can be dismissed as creative consulting. Finally, The entertainment industry provides deniability and cultural camouflage. In an era of surveillance, a celebrity or producer persona deflects attention as public scrutiny focuses on scandals rather than covert activities. This has led to real-world crossovers where Hollywood figures participated in operations which blurred lines even further. Overall, the industry's allure lies in its ability to hide spies in plain sight, leveraging fame and fiction for espionage efficacy. Enter one Erika Lane Francevay. Erika has built a multifaceted career blending pageantry, entertainment, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, and even real estate before stepping into a prominent role as the head of TPUSA following the death of Charlie Kirk. She earned a bachelor's degree in political science and international relations in 2012. She later pursued advanced studies at Liberty University. She obtained a Juris Master in American Legal Studies in 2017 and a doctorate in Christian leadership with a focus on biblical studies. I think she was scheduled to complete that last year. Her early professional foray was into philanthropy. At just 17 years old, she co-founded the 501c3 charity Everyday Heroes Like You with her mother. Everyday Heroes Like You work to highlight community leaders and heroes, and shortly after it was formed, Erika started Romanian Angels, which did work in a Romanian orphanage. Romanian Angels partnered with the United States Marines. In her early 20s, Erika claims to have worked as a model, an actress, and even a casting director.
Click the link. It's pinned. Adam, I remember you mentioned you had a podcast. It's pinned in the YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, bro, which you are, click the stream. I don't know how many people I can bring on here. I'll bring as many as I can. But we can talk. And I have some things I want to say after this. I'm going to let this play out. It's about halfway through, but I think it's important to set the tone for what I'm going to say.
With experiences spanning New York City and even into China. In 2011, she was first runner-up in Miss Arizona USA. She won the title in 2012, representing Miss Arizona at Miss USA 2012. And her meager acting credits include a 2012 music video no one has ever seen and a guest appearance on an episode or two of Bravo's Summer House in 2019. Around 2013, she appeared either in a documentary or a promotional piece discussing U.S. power grid vulnerabilities and EMP threats, and that's likely tied to her family's defense-related businesses. And she also allegedly was filming a movie filmed in or around Fort Huachuca, though it's not believed to have ever been released. That's basically the sum total of her acting experience. Entrepreneurially, she launched Bible in 365 in 2016. This was a faith-based program for reading the Bible in a year. It's unknown how many downloads it has or how widely it was distributed. She also launched Proclaim Streetwear in 2018. This was a Christian apparel line made in the USA. Again, it's unknown if the apparel line has had any real success. In 2019, she started the podcast Midweek Rise Up.
Everything was so overpriced.
Series. The vast majority of the episodes have only a few hundred or even just a few thousand listens. The series looks like it began as a weekly podcast, and it was suspended for about 3 months at the end of 2023 through early 2024. It picked back up in February 2024 for a few months to May of 2024, and then suspended for 9 months until it picked back up again in February of 2025. The last episode, believe it or not, was released on September 8th or September 9th, a day or two before Charlie Kirk passed away. In October 2018, Erika worked for a brief period of time as a licensed real estate agent at the Corcoran Group in New York City. She met Charlie Kirk the month before. That was during what was allegedly meant to be a job interview at Turning Point. They were engaged in 2020, married in 2021, and had 2 children. Following Charlie's death in September 2025, despite Erika not having any real success at anything in the business world, TPUSA's board unanimously appointed her CEO and chairwoman of a business that had nearly $100 million in assets and was bringing in almost that much every year. It's worth noting at this point her family's background. Her father, Kent Francevay, and her mother, Lori Francevay, have worked in military and intelligence communities for decades. Now let's get real. Erika Kirk's official bio reads like the polished LinkedIn profile of a wildly successful person in the entertainment and business world. Pageant queen, model, entrepreneur, real estate agent, podcast host. But peel back the layers and it starts to resemble a classic intelligence cover. It's a sheep dip, in my opinion. Her background is meticulously crafted. It's diverse enough to explain her global travel and elite access. But when you look a little closer, it has massive holes in it. Nothing she has ever done has been particularly successful. She might have been an actress, but she has almost no real acting credits. She might have been a model, but no one can come up with a real portfolio where she's seen modeling. She might have run some nonprofits, but the 990s and federal filings show they were barely subsisting and even stopped operating. She might have been a podcast host, but she didn't have any real volume of views or listens. She might have started a clothing brand, but almost nobody has seen anyone actually wearing the clothes. She might have been a licensed real estate agent, but she got her license after she met Charlie Kirk and left the job shortly thereafter with almost no transactions recorded in her name. What she does have is family ties to defense and intelligence contractors. She has appearances in interviews and either films or commercials with national security professionals. She has almost no other appreciable means that we can tell of supporting herself. This is not the traditional trajectory that lands a person at the helm of an organization as massive as TPUSA. With the history and her weird affect since Charlie's passing, it's not hard to wonder if she's been sheep-dipped. In other words, was Erika Kirk immersed into civilian roles to provide cover and mask deeper affiliations with the intelligence community? Her early career is textbook sheep-dipping fodder. At 17, founding a nonprofit, focusing on kids in Romania. It sounds innocuous, but it's unusual. But it is perfect for building a humanitarian cover that justifies travel and networking. Nonprofits historically have been a favorite of the intelligence communities. Think about it. A nonprofit does not have to report the donations, where they came from. The money could come from literally anywhere and nobody would know. Then you have her history in pageants. After a life of having never competed in pageants, she takes up the Miss USA pageants in college, competes 4 times in 2 states, and finally wins Miss Arizona USA in 2012. And beauty queens have long been recruited for these glamour ops. They have access to global events. They mingle with dignitaries. And like it or not, and this is just reality, beautiful women have access to places other people can't go. Intelligence communities have used models for honey traps and intelligence gathering. Erika's win coincides with her pivot to the entertainment industry. And speaking of her claims of working in the entertainment industry, despite all evidence to the contrary, these look like the ultimate sheep dip pool. She jets to New York City. She jets to China, allegedly working as a model, an actress, a casting director. And then her transition from light work in the entertainment industry to her purported faith-based ventures like Bible in 365 and the midweek Rise Up podcast and Proclaim Streetwear. These give her credit in conservative circles. Even if they were mostly small and didn't have any real influence, people see it on their face and give it credibility. They are lines on her resume, and they are still there. These are ideal for being able to embed herself in conservative influence operations. And her very brief and mostly unmemorable stint in real estate at one of the largest and most influential real estate groups in New York City gave her access to a network of wealthy and elite people and also access to multi-million-dollar properties. Plus, real estate agents are mobile. The intelligence community loves the real estate business. It's low profile, has almost zero startup costs, and potentially has a very high intelligence yield. And then the pivot to TPUSA, that's where her sheep dip story gets really interesting to me. She supposedly applied to work at TPUSA in the summer of 2018. This was the exact time she was studying to take her New York real estate license and launch her lucrative real estate career in New York. It's really weird to me why she was bothering to interview with what was at the time a pretty small nonprofit based in Phoenix while she was studying for the New York real estate exam at the exact same time. It's never really been explained. Regardless, she met Charlie Kirk in September 2018 at this supposed job interview that turned romantic. They allegedly hit it off. They were engaged in 2020, married in 2021, 2 kids, boom, boom, rapid succession, 2022 and 2024. And then in September 2025, Charlie is killed. Erika, the weirdly smiling and laughing, but supposedly also grieving widow, is unanimously installed as the CEO days later. There's no board fight. There's no real discussion. She's suddenly steering an organization worth hundreds of millions of dollars. An organization that's widely considered one of the most influential political organizations in America. If you stripped all the names and just look at the facts, the narrative itself screams sheep dipping. Almost nobody would look at the raw facts that I just outlined without any names attached, without any names of individuals or organizations attached to it, and conclude this is anything but a wildly successful intelligence operation.
Yep.
A kid raised by defense and intelligence industry parents, sheep dipped into the entertainment industry, sheep dipped into nonprofits, sheep dipped into real estate, and then married into a political front. Does this make TPUSA, or at least TPUSA 2.0, headed by Erika Kirk, an intelligence operation?
Crazy.
Well, let's look at what's become of TPUSA after Charlie passed. Just look at the messaging. It pushes narratives aligned with the deep state agenda: anti-China, anti-Islam, pro-Israel, pro-war. In my opinion, Charlie's death was the culmination of her sheep dipping. It placed what appears to be an intelligence community asset at the very top of American conservative politics, at least in my opinion. Now, critics can dismiss all of this. They can say it's one wild series of strange coincidences, a comedy of errors. But in my opinion, patterns don't lie. The varied careers mask the handlers. The international stints build a backstory. The faith angle solidified her cover. The only question in my mind, if she is in fact sheep dipped, is by whom? Is this American intelligence? Or is this foreign intelligence? Or something more sinister, perhaps, like human or arms trafficking, maybe money laundering, or some hybrid combination of any of those. Regardless, her rise to me feels engineered. Nothing about it feels organic. And nothing since the day Charlie Kirk passed away feels to me to be remotely normal. Sheep dipping thrives on doubt. The cover has to be relatable enough that questioning it makes you look paranoid. But connect the dots. Erika's path to the head of TPUSA, to me, looks operational. To know for sure, we need to watch her moves. If TPUSA amps up domestic psyops or foreign policy pushes, perhaps we'll know for sure. And that is...
Man, I got to tell you, and I'm going to play something else, and then I do want to speak on Barron, but somebody sent me, a friend of mine, sent me something that I do want to play. He said that I should definitely check it out, and I want to share it with the audience. I'm going to then speak on Barron's opening statement. If I can get this thing to play here, that would be great.
Thanks for sending me a link, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you. Good to see you, Nana. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. It's a pleasure to have you on.
I love you, Danks. Thank you for bringing us on. It's so cool to just chill with people like that think the same way I do.
Yeah, for sure. We got to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have our voices heard. So this is from the homie Real Bays. If you don't know Bays, you can check him, Real Bays, on Instagram. He's got a YouTube. I've been vibing with him lately, and he's got he's got something that kind of falls in line with this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into more on Barron's opening statement. But
yeah, that was
it went from like fun and light to like serious. And Barron, he's a master, and I really look up to the way he does his work. And I just got to say, shout out to Barron for really doing big things and shedding light where people don't want it. So let's see what Bays has to say
my brother Jay-Z
on this right here.
Oh, Like she does. She was 5 years older. She like Charlie probably lost his virginity to her. She was probably at like 15 Eyes Wide Shut parties before she got there. You know, like let's just call a spade a spade. Like let's just tell it like it is. Okay, we're all adults.
Love him.
We're all adults. We all know that the whole country is run by a bunch of devil worshipping penet. She's like just getting tapped to play the role, to like be the person to try to like manipulate the read. Those of us that actually know what's going on and are like awake to all these things, like we know the deal. You know what I mean? Like, we know Tyler Robinson didn't do it. A lot of us, you know, I'm sure there's some people out there that, like, know even more than me that, like, just aren't saying anything because they don't want, like, to be driving one day on the Parkway. And, you know, one of the many single-car accidents, I mean, we've seen a lot of those in connections with the Clintons. Just saying. She seems like a hoe.
Clintons, Trump.
5 years older. She was still,
I think
like Charlie probably.
Yeah. So, what were you going to say?
The amount of deaths, that's the amount of whatever, I don't even know that word, what I should say. Anyway, that surround all of them. Trump has just as much as Clinton, maybe half the amount. But if you look into it, there's like 30 people connected to Trump that have been unalived.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
It is.
And you know, I'm gonna go full screen here for a minute. So, look, we just played Baron Coleman and his opening statement. It's one of the most impactful opening statements.
Thanks. Are you muted?
I hear him.
No, you're all you all might be muted, but I should be good to go. So again, Baron laid out the framework, right? Sheep dipping, and it's the first time I heard of it, and a lot of people I've seen it also in the comments. Okay,
yep,
it's the first time. It is the intelligence community taking an asset and immersing them into a fabricated civilian identity. Now, I'm not saying that Erika is that, Lori is that, but there are signs, okay? You've got multiple careers, multiple locations, enough resume lines to explain why they're everywhere and how did they know everyone, and so much power. But when you look closer, nothing actually produced anything, no real success, no real output. It all appears to me to be just a cover. And when you walk through her life, you've got defense contractors as parents. You've got a nonprofit in Romania at 17, partnered with the United States Marines. Pageants across 2 states she never competed in before and winning. A modeling career with no portfolio, an acting career with hardly any, if not any credits, a casting director with no roster, a clothing brand that nobody's wearing, a podcast averaging a few hundred listens, a real estate license that she got right before she walked into Charlie Kirk's office and never used. I pulled out the information with the help of one of our dankettes, showing that she ran for a political precinct committeeman in the state of Arizona in 2020 after she was with Charlie Kirk 9 months before she got married. So Baron asked the question out loud, and it's something I've been asking in my research for months now, is what was she living on? Because none of it adds up financially. She's living in high-profile places, maybe the Hamptons in New York or wherever. She's traveling internationally. She's dating professional athletes. And, the 990 filings on her nonprofits shows organizations that were barely existing. Now, here's where I'll add to what Baron has laid out, because I didn't just look into her biography. If you watched just the live stream I was on the last couple hours with Mr. Letgo, we looked at her behavior. Okay. And when you specifically look at what happened when she was in the high school in Illinois, February 5th, which I can pull up again. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and I'll pull it up just in case for those of you that don't. What I'll do is I'll actually show that real quick for those that haven't seen it. Let me pull it up real quick. Where is that video? Let me see if I can find it here. 1 second. I think, is this it? I hope this isn't yeah. Okay. So real quick, I'll show this. I'm not sharing. Here we go. Make sure, is the audio good? I think
he chose to use his voice for something so powerful. And I want you guys to understand that every decision will make a mark on your soul. It will. So as a young man, know that one day you're going to be a father. Know the way that you treat women, the way that you live your life every single day, it matters. Ladies, be that, be ladies, be modest. Live your life in a way that's honoring your parents. Build something greater than.
I mean, she really sounds drunk. Who's taking advice from her? Geez, I feel dumber for watching this. She sounds like a drunk. I mean, all of these things, right? So I just wanted to show people if you haven't seen it. All right. And we might go into
Was
it
she
deeper
booed?
after
I'm pretty sure the audience booed her.
Well, they were at a high school and they were in between getting out of school at 2:30 and then at 3:00 they had the buses and all this or whatever to leave. So it was kind of like they didn't have to go, but there was nothing else to do. So there was a bunch of people in an auditorium. The media wasn't allowed to be there. So they were
that's why
all
the audio was
these
so
high
shitty.
school. Yeah, this wasn't recorded, but this was on a phone from someone that probably wasn't even supposed to record it. But I'm gonna bring you guys back on. But again, looking at her behavior, and specifically when we looked at what happened at this high school, it's a government sponsored event, media banned from the building, students who literally really couldn't leave anywhere, had nowhere else to go because the buses hadn't arrived yet. The teachers union put their concerns in writing before it even started, and then nobody listened. They're smirking and laughing, and and then the doom and gloom persona that's conveyed in this is just it's terrible in my opinion. It is not the kind of message you should be delivering to high schools, and educating the masses on whatever you're trying to do. So in that room with no cameras, with no press, with students who really had nowhere to go at the time, she delivered a speech that I went through the timestamps and the transcript myself, snorting, people laughing, the complete sentences or the incomplete sentences, the non-finishing of sentences, the word destructive that breaks apart mid-syllables and just stops, lines that for random quotes about her aunt and then Charlie dying. And she said this to kids in a high school in that room. And now here's what Barron didn't have really writing that open statement, because this came out and maybe it hadn't shown up yet, because the research even goes further from what I've looked at. And maybe he's mentioned it before as well. He has definitely shown light on my GGLF, but I've documented also over $20 million in questionable insider payments running through TPUSA's financial structure. Now, she wasn't in charge at this time, but was she involved behind the scenes with people that we didn't know about? Because I'm not gonna blast it, because Jesse on Fire has something he showed me that ties a lot of this stuff together with his series that I highly encourage when he comes out with the next one. It's going to be a banger. But you've got GGLF 2023, a Wyoming entity that received a $350,000 loan from TPUSA for life insurance policies, was dissolved and then reinstated mysteriously just a few days before the life insurance policy could be not claimed, 90 days. We have text of her as a 25-year-old to a 15-year-old, allegedly, 8 months of escalating exchanges, deleted replies, private responses, touch your butt, be in your lady garden. Not, this is like, think about it. Hydrate tonight. You don't want to look bloated. These are not things to be discussing with a girl, especially with anyone that's not underage at all anyways. And that's besides the point. But if you stripped every name out of the biography and just read the facts, would you conclude that this person organically ended up running one of the most powerful political organizations in America? I've read the 990s. I've looked into her history, her mother's history, her father's history, or who were told as her parents. I've gone through it all. I'm not going to make accusations. I'm just showing you documentation. And I will ask the same questions that Barron has asked. Where does she get the money and why is she involved in all of this stuff? They don't care about you. They are trying to create something that encapsulates a surveillance operation. That is my opinion. I have the information on my website, americansfortransparency.org. It names very identical companies of money being gifted from TPUSA's America's Turning Point to Clock Tower LLC for almost $1 million. And then that same company ends up closing. Another one opens up with Brad Parscale, who is operating as a foreign agent to use AI manipulation in geofence churches and working hand in hand with an entire organization under Havas Media Group. Do you think they care about you if they are geofencing and bragging about having 277,000 people at an event where Charlie Kirk was memorialized and telling people, but not telling them at the same time? Did you know that your phone could be completely AI manipulated from their technology that they are a part of, in my opinion? They don't care about you. This is all a show in order to make something happen for an agenda that they aren't telling us. Now, I will say, because I've had this conversation with multiple people, is this better than the alternative, the left and the jab and forcing us to do things or not feed us, with Mr. Gates buying property and land, farmland? Because I guarantee you, though, the left and what that might be doing, and I'm not left or right, but I'm just saying what they were up to, and if they were to get into power, it was going to go full-fledged into a communist, what I think could be happening, a socialist communist state. And that's what they want. They want full control. They're poisoning our food. If you're paying attention in the media, they're trying to get glyphosate through as a mandatory thing for farmers on they need it to make money. It's poison. It's banned in dozens of countries. So they don't care about us. I'm telling you this now. So you can deny it, but if you look as deep as I have around all the things that we're seeing here, it's a whole full-scale operation. Now, again, I don't think that we should have to choose between lesser of two evils, but that's where we are today. Now, if it's a surveillance state over a complete control, like actual control, I would choose a surveillance state. However, it sucks that we have to be in between those rocks in a hard place. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I mean it's just 1984. I mean, straight up. That's what it seems like we're absolutely, and this has been happening, I mean, incrementally for a long time, right?
We hear you. I hear you.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't hear.
I'm not sure why.
You can't hear?
I think that happened to me. I had to bounce back out, but
I can move you out and bring you back in.
yeah, but I mean, I would definitely, I agree with you,
Yeah.
Danks. I would go with the surveillance over what we went through in 2020. If we had to pick one or the other, but this really did kind of sideswipe me with I didn't expect for it to be happening like this. I mean, I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to happen, but I knew that I knew it was coming, right? I've been awake for many years, but yeah, I just didn't see it coming through Erika Kirk,
Yeah.
But she obviously has been put in place, in my opinion, been put in place intentionally, and it seems as though it was a plan for from many years ago. So that's my opinion.
Ladybug, or were you able to hear? I don't know if you guys girls could hear what she was saying. Ladybug, or were you able to? You're listening from the YouTube, I guess, but she's basically saying, well, I mean, she's just giving her opinion on all this and saying she didn't expect it to come from Erika Kirk. But I'm telling you, what I'm finding is all of this stuff is coming out, and then the money has led me straight to government control, high school children control surveillance state. That's what it's led me to.
Follow the money.
Yeah.
It's scary. Really scary.
The other thing that is interesting is, if you've noticed in the research, it doesn't seem anybody's been able to nail down anything about her from the time she was born pretty much until she was just being showcased in some of these early experiences when she was 17 and 18 and starting the Romanian, orphanage affiliation, all those different things. But you can't seem to find any evidence, or I haven't, and I'm pretty fluid with my researching skills, can't seem to come up with anything.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find anything else except for what Barron had mentioned, in his video. I mean, it's
real quick.
crazy.
Did anyone catch when Barron said when he was investigating?
The other thing is they are so far ahead of us in their planning. It's like, I feel like we're just so far behind in playing catch up that we're never going to be able to get a step ahead of them, so to speak. It's like we're just sitting ducks almost. I hate to say it that way because I'm such an optimist, but I just feel like we have been so bamboozled.
Makes you feel really hopeless at times. It's really
Well, it's hard. I mean, yeah, unless we would have to band together, and that's what's amazing about right now. I have actually had such my faith in humanity has actually gone up significantly since his assassination. I mean, I hate to
I
say
agree.
that, but like it was very dark, and then of course that him being taken out was, but to see the response is what I'm trying to say. The response and how everyone's coming together on, and so many like believers and so many people in recovery and all. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the list is
It's
pretty
amazing.
significant of the people that are working together to figure this out. So, yeah, I
They're
find
doing the
that
FBI's
to be
job.
pretty
Yeah.
pretty amazing. So, yeah.
It sure is a beautiful thing.
There's I don't know if you guys watch Chase Hughes. He
Wait a minute. Can I say something? Do you
Yeah, go ahead.
what was really weird about what Barron said one night? Did anyone else catch him when he said when he was investigating the attempted assassination of Trump in wherever Butler that what he came across scared him so much he stopped investigating it? Did you catch that?
Yeah, I remember he said something like that.
What the hell, dude? I want to know what I want to know so bad. Like what the hell?
I haven't talked to him or anything about that, but
What do you think what do you think it was?
I don't know. I haven't looked deeply enough into it,
Me
to be
neither.
honest. There is a lot of strange things going on, though. I'll say that.
Mhm.
Let me. I'm going to just play this short because I don't want to play like another 10-minute video, but let me share this real quick. Chase Hughes. So I haven't seen this, but I want to see what he says regarding this right here.
Spot the use of archetypes because they're woven into our brains. PSYOPs simplify narratives by using archetypes like heroes and villains and saviors. Some examples are like portraying one leader as the sole solution or demonizing dissenters as the enemy. Deconstruct the story. Ask who are the characters and what roles are they playing. Simplistic, like good versus evil stories usually signal manipulation just about every time. So always seek nuance there. In the real world, you're going to see something like maybe a leader is repeatedly portrayed as a savior fighting something that's pure evil, and the narrative ignores their mistakes and oversimplifies the conflict to prevent a lot of scrutiny.
Wow, that falls right in line with a lot of this, actually, which I find quite interesting. When we think about the psychological operations and what Chase here, hopefully I didn't get dinged for the music and stuff, but we look at Charlie Kirk as like this amazing savior, and then there's a lot of information. Look, I got to be honest. I have to. All the research I've done, you don't end up in a $5 million home in a nonprofit and not aware of what's going on around you. You just don't. Okay. It doesn't work that way. Now, if the money came from his investments, because he did do it XXX on QQQ, that's different. But I don't know. To me, it's very strange. It's very strange. And then Tyler Boyer, if you see these homes, he's got 5 parcels of land, $1 million homes.
Yeah.
All, Stacey Sheridan. So
right.
there's
And
a lot
Tyler
of ties
Boyer
here.
was bankrupt, wasn't he?
Yeah. It was 10 years
and
ago.
then-
I mean, you can come out of that, but
right.
still.
But I mean, now he's like a, multimillionaire and so.
Yeah. You shouldn't be using nonprofits to get rich. And I've shared this, and I'll share it again on americansfortransparency.org. If you see this site that I put together, you've got PJTN, which is Lori Moore Cardoza, who runs a nonprofit. The same lady that sent out the text to Charlie and then went out
The
and made
video
some
message threatening
video.
him.
But she is taking, not allegedly, she is taking up to 27% of the nonprofit funds every year to live a lifestyle. Okay, that's a fact. Yeah, I mean, I have the document.
This is amazing. That website's amazing.
It's kind of a mess, but I mean, the information is real.
good.
You've got Clock Tower LLC. This is the company that Turning Point had paid $999,000, and then they dissolved, and all they put is on their 990 research on educational outputs. And then there's another company called Clock Tower X, who happens, I'll just read it. On September 18th, Clock Tower X LLC filed a registration statement with the Department of Justice under FARA. This is their registration form right here. It goes straight to it on the government website. Clock Tower X LLC. There's no, in my opinion, you can't say that these are two different companies. Maybe they are legally, but I think that they're the same people, because Brad Parscale, who is the owner of this company from Ohio, all right, is literally worked with a campaign manager for Trump. And then he also worked as an associate with Charlie Kirk for nearly a decade, all right, is engaged in creative strategy and media production, including the development of digital content, messaging campaigns, and related distribution services for political, cultural, and commercial initiatives. And the foreign principal that they work for is this country right here. Okay. So why would they need, and not only that, they took here, 9. I find 9 on here. Let's see if I can find it. Show you the actual money. Where is it? Maybe I can't find it. Thought I could find it. But anyways, they took $9 million and essentially are using that money to target churches. $9 million.
Just zero, yes.
Anti-Semitism campaigns, AI, SEO manipulation. They're all working together. Like if you look, Clock Tower does AI, SEO manipulation. Show Faith by Works does the church geofencing. Bridges Partners does Esther Project. Havas Media Group does the tourism media buying. Davis Media does hostage awareness campaigns. SKDK Knickerbocker was terminated early, but they still took in money. I mean, there's a lot of combinations here. The TPUSA Faith Fair overlap. Greg Laurie, the primary speaker on TPUSA Faith Make Heaven Crowded Tour, is explicitly named in the Show Faith by Works Fair filing as the target pastoral partner, described as the de facto leader of the Calvary Chapel movement. Dream City Church is both named as geofencing target in the fair filing, and the venue where TPUSA hosted Charlie Kirk's monthly Friday Night in America event, annual AmFest conferences, and the memorial service. Harvest Christian Fellowship, Greg Laurie's church, is the launch venue for the Make Heaven Crowded tour and is among the 303 mega churches targeting for geofencing. And then if you look at TPUSA Faith, check this out. So they are tracking with the addresses. I asked Mr. Leko to do it, but he didn't show. Right here, it shows all of these churches. Okay, look at it. Find a church, and it says,
crazy.
Stand for faith and freedom. Your support enables TP Faith to engage Christians to become civilly and culturally engaged like never before. You click it, Calvary Chapel, Minnesota. Old Fashioned Baptist with the address, more details. Go to their, they don't even have information. It's like what is going on out here? You know, let's look in California. Let's see. Let me zoom in here.
I have to scroll down a little bit. I want to see who's on the leadership team.
Lucas Miles, Senior Director of TPUSA Faith. Chip Moore, Director of Pastoral Relations. Kalasia Giguere, Director of Field Operations. Matt Hay. Now, maybe they do have some positive things they're doing.
I've heard such bad stuff about Lucas Miles.
Why do they feel the need to map all of these churches? Like I don't know.
Can I throw something out there, Danks?
Of course.
Okay, a little bit of not a long story, but a short story. So when I got into recovery, I was baptized. I was singing in the church that I was going to at the time. It was just, a non-denominational church, right? Well, I realized that, I was studying scripture, and I realized that scripture wasn't adding up with some of the lyrics that were going into these songs. Okay. There's always doxology, right? They basically, to get to my point, I had gone to my pastor. I said, look, that, I've done some research on Bethel Church. Okay. I don't know if you've heard of Bethel Church or not, but they're huge, and they're huge in California. Well, then, so that led me down to NAR, which is the New Apostolic
religion,
anyway,
or
something like that. Yeah. So that if you go into and you research those areas, and like Bethel Church and New Apostolic, it's all connected. This is all a spiritual battle. 100%. It's in my opinion, it's a spiritual battle, and they're coming after they're going to come after people in every area, in every facet, of life, really. And this is just their way of getting to this group of people, believers, or and I left that church because unfortunately, I could see that, and it was weird. Anyway, I'll go into a whole big thing on when I start a YouTube. If I do, I hope I do. But there are a lot of connections to many other areas that, really haven't even been tapped on or tapped into. So, did that make any sense at all?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And like Bethel Church is huge, and they spread out into so many areas. I'm sure that some of the people listening have heard of Bethel Church. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'm typing into the AI agent on my site, see if I have it focused specifically on the files that I have in here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it probably won't pull up much. I have it available to go out into the internet if I needed to, but I have it mostly focused. It says no direct fare registration information, but Bethel Church Reading sits in a critical gap megachurch ecosystem that Show Faith by Works explicitly targets via geofencing. What
really?
I know. Yeah. Show Faith
Yeah,
contract
there you go.
specifies 6,000 plus churches, 303 mega churches in Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, Utah. Digital ads served to phones during services. Bethel is California based. outside the stated footprint, but the methodology, geofencing worship spaces, behavioral targeting during prayer, applies universally. Bethel's public profile, charismatic, prophetic theology, global missions network, significant youth, young adult reach. The demographic overlap, evangelical, digitally native, susceptible to algorithmic influence, matches show faith's target profiles.
Right. And that was their big thing is they were, they have these camps, and they have, young kids, college age, can go and live there, and and basically they get, and I in my opinion, brainwashed. And I've done a lot of research into this, that specific, it's New Apostolic Reformation, by the way. It finally came to me.
Yep.
But NAR is huge. And actually, I believe someone that's sitting on the, who is it? Maybe Stacey Sheridan is even connected in some way. But I promise you, they are connected. And I don't understand how churches can be, there's so much crossing. It's just absolutely crazy. It's and I've worked for nonprofits I've worked for many of them, actually. I'm in the recovery field, and that's pretty much, I mean, we don't make that much. We make, and even the people at the highest level are still, under 200,000 a year. So these numbers are just absolutely crazy. The amount of money they're bringing in.
Even 200,000 a year. That's
so, yeah.
absurd. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of money.
Nonprofit.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I appreciate if there's any last words, you're more than welcome to, but I gotta get going. Rest of the Sunday with the family and stuff. And so yeah, but I appreciate everyone being here. I did want to pop up and do a live after Mr. Let Go.
Yeah, you're awesome. Thank you, Dink.
Thanks for being here. Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely.
Thanks for bringing us on. And I love you guys all in the chat. I love you all.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love you all.
Another
I feel like
high
this community is so strong. It's a beautiful thing, and it's only growing.
No, I really appreciate you letting us pop on, and yeah, and I love popping into your lives and listening, and yeah, you're amazing. So thank you. Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed. There's like 70% of you that watch this aren't subscribed. So hit the subscribe, turn your notifications on all. So because a lot of people aren't getting the notifications and stuff, I'd appreciate it. You want to definitely tune in and see more truth. So hit that button, hit the like, share this with people that need to see it. And yeah, so thank you all. Thank you for being here again. We'll see you all in the next one. Yeah, keep your head on a swivel. Be smart. Don't talk bad about anybody. Just bring out your information. If you want to share it with me, the email address I will put up one time. I'm getting a lot of emails. I do try to check, but if you got something that's very important, make sure you specify what it is in the subscription or in the subject, and let me know, and I will definitely do my best to get to it. But until then, see you in the next one. Dankster, I'm out.
Bye, Danky.
Thank you. Bye.